I should be walking with a webcam on top of my head. Yeah, top of my head. Showing you everything I see and speaking out loud. Oh my God! As I go to pat the cat spreads his ears out, ready for my hands. My cat's eyes are closed. What do you think, he's peeking? Yeah, my cat is peeking. So now, if my cat is peeking, you know when you're at your peak, the peak of your life? My cat is peeking, the peak of his life. And he puts his ears down and I pat him. And I come to the back and I start to lift my hand up. And his butt starts to rise. But I've got my hand up now and he's like, it's like you didn't finish. And then it goes back down again. And I put my hand real close without touching it. And the back starts to go up. A machine? Our senses. Sensors? If I say sensors and I touch me and part of my senses system. I wish I looked like I was more on screen than off screen. Like real close over here like this. Talking to the crowd. Actually, there's nobody there. But I gotta make believe. Because without the make believe, none of the science works. Yeah. It's a make believe. Check out. I'm going to explain to you. In fact, I'm more than going to explain to you. I'm going to build you the machine that will show you the effect of the possibility on blueprints. How far of the building of a machine do you go as you're building the machine? If you've never built the machine before. So you lean back in your chair on your desk. Did I say he or she? I don't want to use those. So you lean back. I've got an idea. What's your idea? I want to get the item from here to here. Well, that's good. Put it on a conveyor belt, send it from there to there. No, but I want to put it in a bag, or I want to make a wallet. What do I need? I need the pieces and parts to make the wallet. At first, you'll see this big wallet made out of wood with 2 clips. You can't get in your pocket, so you call it a box. Say, I want that box a little bit smaller, so you make it pliable without any hinges, because this is your actual hinge. The fold is the hinge area. So now can we say F for fold to H for hinge? Now if you have a hinge and you have an H, and I'm always saying the H is a heaven. Now I'm having hinge on a wallet, closing one side over to the other. Look, it's mirror, almost mirror, but not mirror at all. And I lose all this. I can't put anything here because it's lost to the fold. And I can't put anything here because it's all used up. So is that ABC 1, 2, 3 all used up over here? Or ABC is all used up over here? Imagine if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 ended up on the bottom. It's on the top and it's on the bottom. Just like, have you ever taken a picture before and they want the picture to look good? So that you zoom around, as he's zooming the camera, you run around the camera in the back and you stand on this side. Today, I don't think they do it the same way. It's just fantastic how we can manipulate molecules that you can't even see to do something for you that 90% of us don't understand. Okay, I won't count for enders. I don't completely understand, but I understand in a little bit of a way, of my way. In like ancient. Are we ancient? Yeah, we're from the hills. So we're from the hills. We're 7 Up. And, I mean, I need George Carlin in to come here and show me all the worldly things he knows, because a lot of his ways of putting things together is a lot of ways that things have to put together. So we built a machine. What are we building? So many machines. I built a machine the other day. Oh, my God. Does that look like it's upside down? How is that possible? Tick, 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 tick. Boom. Look at that. Just because now it runs this way, it becomes upside down. Or maybe I didn't have to cut it that way. You see, because I cut them both the same and I fit them into each other, what I should have did is, look. Now when I bring them together, you got casino. All right, looks like they're together, but they're not. I'm cheating. Where, in effect, can I use this? And can I cut this? If I do cut it, I'll keep losing the top. And then if I cut it only on the bottom, okay, I'll keep, look, you see the round part? They're coming together. I turn it and I cut. So what am I going to lose? I'm going to lose, whoop, something popped up in front of me. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so, and what are you going to lose and why are you going to lose it and what does that have anything to do with life? Because as you're building, oh, look, what did you do with the 2x4? Well, I cut up from the 2x4, from the 2x4, I cut this, and I got all this extra. So I just threw it in the fire. Just threw it in the fire, now it's ashes and dust. To once became before it was, all broken down to the elements that it's no longer because it was used to build with, and the ashes remain in the fire. But what about on the floor? Ooh, dust. Dust? It's sawdust. Not just any kind of dust, it's sawdust. I mean, you can see any hoodad dust in your house. You're sweeping the floor. You got all carpet, you don't sweep your floor. You collect it in the vacuum cleaner, you vacuum up. You don't see. How come I don't see? Because it's in the vacuum cleaner. Oh, so now you have a whole compartment holding everything that you had in your apartment, other than little its and bits and pieces that stuck to the bottom of the DNA on the brush that you're brushing with. Why do I talk so quick? Are you entertained or you're not? Talking about life. Are you scared to death, scared to die, bipolar, schizophrenic, whacked out in the head? All you want to know is what drugs I'm on to get me into this sensation to be able to connect to this way in order to dibble-dabble into whoa, 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 whoa. I wish I had a synthesizer for everything I do. Maybe I can do it with my own voice without getting out the synthesizer. You know, you almost see everything I say. Where you coming at? Languages of the world. Language of the world. If I bring you in one person from all around every single country and ask them to say one phrase very, very quickly, and once somebody starts to finish the phrase, they start to say the next phrase. And before they even come to the third word of their phrase, of the four-word phrase, I have everybody start to talk on the third word of the four-word phrase. And then I have everybody talk on the second word of the four-word phrase. Then I have everybody talk at the same time. What sound will I get out? What will the vibration of all those voices be? Are all our voices different from around the world because we speak a word with a different, because we say words that sound different from each other? 175 languages. Everyone says the word, and every single word sounds different. So let's take one word, amor. Amore. Amore. How would you say the word? Let's use the sentence, I love you. I love you. Well, that's three. I love you too. I love you too. Well, that one must be, I love you. I love you too. One was 3 words. The other one was 4. Well, you could have used 2 words, me too. So you could have went from 3 to 2. Or 3 to 4. I love you too. Me too. So if you say, je t'aime. Je t'aime. I love. So what is it about me saying the word that is that vibration? So when it gets to you, is it the word I love? Or is it the way the sound comes out of my mouth? Hey, I love you. I love you. I love you. Love you like the how do I love you? I have to love you like I love you like Jack Tripper. You know, like I'm saying, the other person is going, who's Jack wants to trip who? No, I didn't say tripwire. I said, I like you like Jackie Gleason. Oh, The lease is on. G&E, we've got connections to the moon. G&E. We've got connections everywhere in every word we speak. Oh my God, it's an 8-minute video and you haven't had a commercial yet? You don't know what you're buying for Christmas? Oh, amazing. Oh, Amazon. Amazon. Maison. Does anybody know what a maison is? If you come from somewhere in the world where they say the word maison, where would you be coming from? Where are you right now if you're starting to hear a lot of maisons? Maison, 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 maison. Yes, you're at work. You're at work for Amazon. Very good. How many postal stamps did you put on that? The Postal Service. The billion. How did you make the Postal Service rich? Just call it Amazon. Yes, that's what my belief is. The postal industry became filthy rich or increased sales because of Amazon. Now the question is it United States Standard Post? Or is it Burlator? or FedEx, or UPS, or some hobo Joe that we don't know his name, but he's got so many clients he's going to be bought out. We'll never know the person, but that's how the big ones grew. Taking over all the little ones because the little ones just saw the short-term dollar. I'm going to do it for the short-term dollar and get out. It's too much of a headache. It's too much of a headache. So you ended up with the short-term dollar, and you're always going to be waving at the short-term dollar. Those multi-billions and billions and billions on your category are going up and down, but for a billion-dollar company, it just becomes a heartbeat. So why didn't the American Postal Service, because it's all over the world, that means it's every postal service in every single country getting a delivery at my home, Amazon, at my home, home delivery. Could be to the office too. Of course it could be to the office. It could be delivered by an 18-wheel truck. Yeah, they can deliver motors around the world. Motors, imagine a Ferrari coming on a plane. You figure like, how did the car get here? Everybody's saying, well, everybody take a guess. How did the car get it? That's right. Came on a plane. But you got 4 wheels, but it came from across the ocean. It couldn't come on a ship. Well, it could have come on the ship, could have been in a box. But we all know that now we have to put into our equation inside the story that ships are for delivery are a lot slower than a 747. So now you got to calculate, how can I get that package from here to there faster? I'm going to use a 747 because that's the fastest. No way. Now we have to take into the equation, where are you? Because if it's your neighbor over there, your feet are the fastest. Oh my God. That's me. I got the feet. Who gave me the feet? Who gave me the 2 feet? Oh, not to defeat, but who gave me my 2 feet? The good Lord. Was it Jesus? No, Jesus didn't give me my feet. He gave me the right to life, or a right to believe, or he opened the door to what? We already had a God. Jesus came, and now we go to him. So we went from God to Jesus to Allah to Muhammad. We never went to Moses. He gave us the freedom. Noah shipped us across the waters. He was going on the slowest way. Noah was going although Noah was going the slowest way, walking is way slower than going over the ocean in a ship. So if walking is slower than going over in a ship, so we're not using 2 legs, we're using a glove. We're using a glove, okay, to go over the ocean. Or, you know what I'm saying? By a glove, you have to use all these terms. So all these terms is going to tell you, because when you want to go to somewhere, and I look up on Google, it shows me 2 feet. It shows me a car. It shows me the bus and the metro and the train, all the ways to get there. Never shows me the boat. Google never shows me the boat. How come Google doesn't show me a boat and how to get to the city? Because I don't live in Venice. If you lived in Venice, it'd probably show you the boat. But I'm not in Venice. And in the hardcore of most cities, there's usually lakes. Where are you going? You can walk all around the lake. Can you walk all around the ocean? You'd be hopping from island to island. How would your best way to go all around? What is your shortest route and the most you can walk going all around all the oceans? Where are you going in between all the oceans now? And would you be walking on water at one point when you'd be going around the oceans? Because eventually, doesn't that ocean freeze? Or no, the ocean never freezes. Does the ocean freeze, or does it only start to freeze when it falls into the bay? Do you follow what I'm saying? At what point and where is the ocean frozen? Because that's also another equation for the understanding of creation. Because if everything keeps recreating itself, everything, I start off small and bigger, now it's ending, and motor's slowing down. Well, look at the slowing down as a point. So you'd have 2 points, like a bread, maybe a Kimmel bread, I don't know, but a big Kimmel bread. Or how about a bunch of Kimmel breads? You know what I'm saying? You ever close your drapes in the front? When they're open, it's like this. When they're closed, it's like flat. So anyways, I don't know why I got onto there. It's 14 minutes in the video. I was fooling around yesterday just with, what does the dog say? Some say it says woof. So let's not be a speaker. Could be rough. It could be rough. It could be bow wow. Oh my God, mom. Electromagnetic. Ellie, the elephant. Si trop. This could mean too much, or this can mean eccentric. ECT, extra. Gold, something to do with relationship of mass, okay, which has a relationship to do with the AC that connects to the moon through the power, 3 to the power of 2. Where do I get all that? Where do I get all that? Well, you see this R letter over here, which actually looks like a V coming off the T, vo. Okay, it's the price that must be paid in order to get over to our receivership, okay, and something to do with our hearing. And the reason for that is, hold on a second, I'm trying to remember why. T is always a transfer, a transmission, a transit, anything to do with the letter T, okay? And you can look at it as the 3rd letter, you can look at it as the 5th letter. I don't know all the combinations. I build hypothesis and I create drawers. I've got 1,000,000 different screws and then 1,000,000 drawers for 1,000,000 different bolts. Well, why don't I keep the bolts and the screws in the same drawer? Well, what if I want 2 kinds of bolts to go on? Well, not my screws, my bolt and my nut. I got a bolt and a nut. I got a 1-inch bolt, a 2-inch bolt, a 3-inch bolt. Maybe I can put some nuts on some bolts in preparation, but what if I want a fly nut? You know what I'm saying? A fly nut, or one that tightens and sticks to it like a washer with a grabber on it. Now, where do I come for this? Because everything comes in sizes, so there's more than one thing that will go with a letter. Letters and words are something. This is a science world, man. If there is a God, we're a science project. What do you think? He popped us on Earth? If you can't see your vision, you can't create something you can't see. Otherwise, nature made us who we are. And Darwin wins the game. Darwin would be your guard, would be your God. Guard on God. Oh my God, let's see this. Guard, dog. Darwin. Okay, number 27. This would be your DNA. And this would be your resident angel. ANGEL. And the gel is what puts us all together, what lets our parts rub against each other, the gel. The leg, okay, 1 and 2, energy in the moon. The leg, what is one of those legs? The dog leg. The dog leg from the guard dog. Roof, roof, bow, wow, Darwin. Rad. So we're not talking about red, we're talking about rad. So now we're talking about radiator. You know, the moon seems to set off steam, storm. And the reason I do this is the tea is boiling. When the tea boils, it moves the water. The water moves the air, makes heat, causes a storm. The E and A is 51. Now is it AE or is it EA? 15, 51. What is that? 47 by 33. Mass, time. T20, I9, M13, train 209 Christopher, and E5, ACE. 20 plus 9, 29. Plus 13, 42. Plus 5, 47. 13th letter, M. A is the first letter, S is the 19th letter. 19 and 14, 33. Multiply it, 15, 51, 66. She now enters the picture because of this word. You know there's many ways to say she. There's L in French, okay, which means her. Okay, her and him. And you see when they talk together with this, her and him, so now they're bringing the 14th letter, the sleeper, into the game. If it talks about the N, it'll talk about the Z. If it talks about the N and the Z, it talks about the I and the H. They're the same letter. They're just turns. As you turn Okay, everything comes into the game. Everything starts to get a different meaning. On this one, it becomes an addition. But on this one, it's a multiplication. Okay, on the top part over here, you have a skirt. On the top part over here, you got a shoulders of a male. When you go to the bathroom, these signs start to come out. The bottom part shows a skirt here. Where would if we went to the bottom here you'd have more a skirt, here you'd have more of the wide shoulders, thin waist. Here you have the more square waist. So you would have to combine this to figure out what there is in that. Oh, you like the automatic design? Just a curve. I can't go all the way around. I only can do that with my hand. That's it. Or I can do this. I can start out here and go all the way like that. But the easiest one is maybe this one, but that would be more of a straight line. But anyways, now I'm only using one piece, one part. Now I'm using more parts. But look how many parts there are to our hand, eh? Anyways, I don't want to get off the subject that I was never on. Darwin is 4, 1, and 18. That's number 23. And 27. And this will say beta creation when a big red sun. 2, okay, and transformation because it's 27, because it's 23. When you have 27, you automatically have 28. No, you don't. Not in this figure over here. It's a separate 20 and 8, 20 and 9. Okay, it's separate. It's separate in this. But when you have 27, you automatically have 28. And when you get 28, because of the 8th letter H, you automatically get the 9th letter. But according to the laws and the rules we're running with in the new calendar, which they have exposed themselves to giving me 28, 28, 28, and 29 only once because of the years. I try to put all my numbers into conformity to the relationship to my life. And 28 is February for me 3 times. It's also the 27 point, let's say 3, or let's say 28 days cycle of the moon. Does that mean the moon shows up on the 21st day and stays till the 28th day, or does it start showing up on the, what day does the moon start to show up, arrive and gone, right? Does it arrive on the 28th or does it start showing up on the 24th? I just want to know if somebody have that answer for me. Anybody made it to 23 minutes? Now, when you add the 29, okay, this can equal to 113. It can also equal to 13. 8 and 2 is 10, 1 and 2 is 3, 9 and 4 is 13. This is Uranus. This is also part of Christ. This is also 94 is also part of 36 and 13. 9 times 4 is 36. Okay, so you have 23 to the minus and you have 49 to the plus. So in beta creation of the green go, it's telling me green, gringo. Gringo. It's also talking about 200 and 400 because of Gringo and Monopoly. See, I played Monopoly in my lifetime. From one person's lifetime, they can put together their story. And in my lifetime, this is my story. And a lot of these things and more of my story, if I really want to write my story, all I have to do is, for some things, I'll look just right into the dictionary for definitions. And I didn't make up any of those definitions, therefore I'm going based on the story that is told to all the children of the world, because we are the children of God. We are orphans because our Father left us here on this planet. He deposited us, his children. Now the question is, what kind of children does he have? Here's one of his children right here. Here's a child, and here are all his little babies. We're all children of God because we all come from the same palate. And the palate for God? What is the thing we have to defeat? Or not defeat, but we must learn to live with something that everybody knows, and it's called nature. The elements of creation that create themselves, that we have to battle in order to have the existence of the all-famous bubble. Only with this bubble can we live in the system. We need this one bubble for life. Because when all the bubbles are protecting the other bubbles and feeding, one bubble feeds the next bubble. If one bubble collapses, okay, out of the entire system, all the bubbles come in and take up that area of space. So we need nature, and we need area space. Before oxygen, before anything else can survive, we need the nature to create. With it, we create area that we can use and occupy while taking up area space. 4418. Anytime I see EA, I always put an O. And now you can put anything else. I don't know. Could be on the golf course. You could be finding a rough. Oh my God, you find a rough on the golf course, you might be able to find the dog. Right? Was it a dog leg? Could have been a chicken leg. I don't know. But look at the shape I'm in. Here, we left this puzzle off a way long time ago. What does it do? What do the numbers do? If I flip it over, what numbers will hit the other numbers? How would this work? Do all the numbers count at the same time? Should we not be counting numbers and use this as, imagine if these were more square. Or no, you can leave it as round. As it turns, each one of these, okay, can deliver. This one delivers, and then all these four sections, I worked with a feed truck once, and they had this in the back, and they turned it this way, and it kept delivering a certain amount of feed that could be pumped out into the pipe. Well, if it was on a boat, it can be this way, and it can be projecting you forward, although the pallets wouldn't be this way. And maybe they would be a little bit on a curvature to give you more of a force, right? A continuous force. This is a rough force, right? You know what I mean on a rough force? This is a rough force. But if you have it turned, you can... what you call the screw force. This is not bent in the screw force. This is a knock force. Tuck, 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 tuck. But if it was a screw force, like an auger, okay, that'll be smooth. There's so many things that never stops. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video.